Okay, I want to say hello again. It's only me, Wushu Richard, or Richard Clark. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about another topic, okay? It's a very, very nice hot day here, sunny day. I've just seen one of my students walking by there. And in this video, I really want to just talk to you all about violence, okay? And what triggers violence, okay, again. So where a lot of these philosophy talk videos are kind of related, you know, as in, the reason for that is because everything is related, you know, everything is like mirrors, everything, every idea, everything someone says, good, bad, positive, negative, whatever, all the emotions, our living standards, our culture, where we're living, if you're talking about the, you know, the, what do you call it, the geometric blah blah, you know what I mean, like the, where you're living in the world, right? The environment I'm talking about, the family, the living conditions, your job, your money, your fitting in, the discrimination or the non-discrimination, the what's fair one minute to the next, the changing of the times, anything, the food on someone else's plate, the music that's playing nowadays on the music, the style that people are wearing in their clothes now, to the way, excuse my language, but the way a fucking plant grows a tree, which does not think, which does not change its baseball cap and start singing the latest music, you know, anything like, with sun shining down, the rain, the nature, time. Again, behind that we see buildings here. The way buildings are designed, okay? The way languages are, and then the slang and the languages and the subcultures and that exist and grow and develop through those. What we learn and what we from history and what we take through that and what we use and build upon and what we knock down. The walls we build ourselves. The windows and doors too, the way we decorate our houses, what's beyond that, the freedom. Everything what I'm talking about here is absolutely nothing but a complex mind and human being perception of the world and his reality, right? You know, you may see some wood on the floor there, some pieces of wood, a tree that's been chopped up into pieces, right? Someone will see that as firewood. Another man will see that as rubbish. Another man or another woman might see that as something they can make into a bench like this. Someone might see that as something they can use in some way, as a fighting instrument to make bows and arrows to fire in the forest. Someone may use that to make a ladder, make a table, make a chair, make anything. Build a tent of some kind. Someone may walk past this very structure I'm standing by here, this pagoda thing, and they may say, oh, that's very nice, or it's very ugly, or whatever. And then somebody else may see this as a nice shelter. This may be just a nice little sitting place for some people, but for some people this may be someone's home if they're homeless. For other people, they walk through the world and just walk around and just see the world for what it seems to be. Where, you know, and just they don't take anything in much. But a lot of other people, there are some people who just walk around the world anywhere, and as they're walking, they're seeing, and they're studying. Everything comes to them like an artistic eye, you know, architectural visualization of art, where they look at things, and it's not so much having opinions about only like if it's good or bad or they could build something better than this, but it's also a creative view where, rather than just being opinionated and then strongly opinionated and then that's it, and they just walk through the world, rather than that, they be creative. And when I say creative, it doesn't always have to mean that you must, you know, improve upon someone else's creations or outdo something. No, it's just about you get views. Some artists maybe just walking through here, an artist, some drawer, artist or someone, and they might see these shapes here of these plants and this bench, and they might look at that and they might look down there and they may say, this looks like a this might look like a bridge or something, or it looks like you might give them a new idea for some kind of vehicle or some kind of futuristic something they want to build. You see what I'm saying? Now, everything I'm saying here sounds like some crazy BS. You can talk about anything. You can talk about languages. You can talk about the ideology of another culture, what they're thinking. The whole thing, what I'm trying to say, right, is the person's mind. So getting on to the main topic that I was talking about just now, is I was talking about anger and when people get into violent confrontations very easily and get into fights and stuff. First of all, no one goes up to someone with no mind usually and wants to fight someone, even if that person is out of it by the time they're swinging fists with someone. What happens usually is they have an idea about something and they don't know what it is that they're angry for. It's like, listen, about, if you were angry with someone, let's put it this way, if you were angry with somebody, would it really be because there is no fear there? So I'm not afraid of him, I'm just going to knock him out, you know? No, there's got to be some kind of insecurity, some kind of fear. You're afraid this person's going to hit you, kill you, steal your food, steal your money, steal someone you love, steal your home. You're afraid someone's going to steal your car. You're afraid someone's going to get someone else to do you in. You're afraid that this person's going to spread a word or his viewpoints are going to be shared among the others. You know, you see what I'm trying to say? You're worried that someone's going to say one thing of you and then make everybody else think. You're worried about the problem, a small problem becoming into a big problem. And so, you know, you will do anything to try to, you know, to try to deal with the situation. You might try and fight, argue, or whatever, but it's not always the way. In the end, people might even hate you more. And I've learned this from my experience too. Even saying that now makes me reflect on some things that's happened in my life. But what I want to say is, and I'm not talking about fights only, I'm just saying them, you know. But it's like, if you can, if you can just get out of the situation for a moment and just clear your mind, you'll be fine. You know, so what I'm basically saying though is like, I don't even know, man. I got no idea, yo. I'm just saying, like, if you can be like, if you can do better in yourself, be more real than anything that other person thinks of what you are. Like if someone says you're a bad artist, if you can focus on your art and be a better creative artist, then that's the most important thing. You'll improve your art, you will improve yourself in more ways than one, or even in one way, but it's much more than all the other little stupid negative things that are no use to anyone, or especially you. If 100 people hate you, if 100 people hate what you do, what you believe in, that is no problem. It just doesn't make a difference, because there's more people in the world that you can win. Now, if someone comes up to you and gives you a piece of shit, excuse my language, if someone gives you a piece of shit and they say, here you are, this is food, you're not going to believe it, are you? If someone gives you fake money and you can see it's fake, then you will know. If someone gives you a key or anything that's not real though, something that's not real, you know, then you will know it. If they give you the real thing and you can see it's real, you know what I'm trying to say? That's all that's important. Or if someone gives you food when you're hungry, something useful, gives you money, that's real. So what I'm trying to say is, people, anyone's the same, they will accept things they need, they'll get good help, or they will receive good help, or they will accept good help or something that they see as something they need, something they want. So use your ability and your skill in a way that can help you connect, if you want to connect with people, you know, if you want to connect with people, I'm saying, because sometimes you can be satisfied by yourself and find a lot of peace by yourself. But what I'm trying to say is, if you want to connect with people, which is the right thing for human beings to do too, get on a team. Make sure you get on a team first of all, like we said before about teams, but make sure you get on this right group where your abilities fit in. If you're sharing your ideas or showing your abilities and they're not working in this place, screw that place, leave those people if they don't want you, find another team to try to join of people. Try to build up also. Don't always try and pick up something so big and so heavy and join the world. Do it piece by piece. It's the same as Will Smith once said about building a wall, you know. You build it brick by brick, it's that old thing. So in life it's the same thing. You talk to this one guy, and this guy says all of your ideas are crap. Immediately you go into a rage, get into a fight, and then maybe you're on the bad side of him and everybody else in his massive team or whatever, of losers anyway, who might want to do you in also. You know what I mean? And then word spreads from that. If 100 people are saying you're bad, you're crap, or you're a troublemaker, or whatever they want to say, then there's going to be more people around that, another 1,000 people who hear, because that message is bigger now. So you want to quieten those dickheads down, excuse my language, put the water on the fire and put them out before it becomes a raging inferno in the forest, and be out in freedom, in the nature, in peace. What I'm trying to say is being aware of the whole picture, but focusing on the centre of where you are. Don't be thinking about how far you want to get there. Focus on every step. Don't think about breathing 100 breaths. Right? You have to breathe the breath you're breathing now, and do it well. And trying to talk and eat. At the same time, you're going to choke yourself, maybe, right? Isn't it? And then you teach kids this thing. You've got to teach kids things of like at least positive stuff you've learned from yourself, right? That you know is right, not stuff that you got a bad impression from somebody else wearing the latest fashion style. No. So what I'm trying to say is basically that. Okay, so what you do is you talk to this guy. He's nasty and rude to you, or her, a guy or a girl, and then this person doesn't accept you. They give you crap instead. And immediately what you do next is you leave that area. You can talk to somebody else on that whole team if you try and make someone, someone who, I don't know. Or you can go to another team. Find where your ability and your ideas and everything is worth, and never be afraid to share some of it. You don't have to tell someone all of your ideas. You don't have to pay all your money, all your time, all your effort, all your energy. You don't have to do it day in, day out. Like, also, if it's really going nowhere, you might need to take time and you might need to put effort in. But you don't want to show all of your skills and everything. But I'm saying, don't be afraid to show though a great deal, like good multiple. Be versed in many methods. I'd advise. Versed in many ways of thinking by studying people, studying the world around you, different arts. Be multiverse for this one universe. Be multiversed as such in yourself, okay? So that you have an array of talents and abilities, okay? Certain things you can do. Maybe you can speak another language. Maybe you like certain music. You've got different hobbies or something, and talk about it and get talking to different people. So and so will say your friends are this person, and then you might be able to make 2 friends. And then you might get talking about something. You might not have had confidence to talk about it before. Maybe you're humble. That's a good thing. You don't want to show off all the time. But you might say something about to someone, and someone else starts telling somebody else, and then before you know it, you might find a few more quiet people who seem confident on the outside of this or that. You're trying to join this team of 3 people. Now these 3 people want to join your team of 1, because they are also similar in some ways. And all human beings and all people are similar in many ways. Confidence, fear, in different areas of their lives, but underneath it all, truly we all have emotion, but we're all human underneath it all. And they're just brainwashed by different cultures and branding and all what's been drummed into their head and from their environment around them, what they're living in. If you can follow what I'm saying and you really catch what I'm saying, well done. I'm just saying, because in your way it will be, fair enough, but I'm trying to be with no way. No way as the way is what it's about in the martial arts. We're talking about the Tao, as no way. I'm not trying to advertise it in the Richard formula philosophy, the Richard Adidas style. No, I'm trying to give you to saying the truth is what the truth is. And if something's not working, it's like if you're climbing a mountain, or if you're walking and you're stepping and you're kind of like blindfolded, and for whatever reason you do that to yourself, I don't know. But I'm saying if you were blindfolded and you was walking on stones on the water, or you're walking and there's like holes everywhere. It's not a minefield, damn it. Only a fool runs into a minefield. What I'm trying to say is, if you can see clearly the world there around you, and you can see there's no mines, why are you telling yourself there's mines? So if there's water, if you can see clearly, you will step on the stones in the water and step across to the river, across the river, step by step. You won't step in the water. If you put your foot there and you feel Because feeling is another one of your senses, not only seeing, right? And you feel there's no solid ground there, or the snow or is slipping on the icy rocks as you're climbing the mountain, or you're sinking mud or whatever. And you're not going to step there. You're going to put your foot to another place where it's more solid and grip where you can, right? Where you can, I said. You want to climb so high just because the other guy is up there, because everybody's taking photos of that guy. Next day you hear someone's fallen from a building or whatever because he's been doing the latest stunt. Oh, do you remember that guy who climbed the highest tower in whatever, in France or whatever? Well, for example, I'm saying, just making something up, hypothetically. You know, and then the next minute, you know, they say, oh yeah, he died, didn't he? Yeah, a couple of days ago, yeah. And then that was the person you were trying to aspire for. Maybe you was in the gym all day the other day because you've been trying to train and pump yourself up to be tough like that guy. You can help yourself in life. You know, you might be inspired by people, but don't follow people. You might be, what can I say, naturally, you might not feel too good about someone saying something about you, but don't follow people who are saying. That's what we learn in Tai Chi, you know, Tai Chi. We learn about it, learn to follow, learn to feel and follow, and let the energy, let nature be what it is, but you are your nature. It can't control you, you can't control it, but it can't control you. So that makes you equal to the power of the whole universe. You are the center of the universe. Without a center, there can't be anything. You control the whole damn. You can't control it. You know what I mean? It's like you are. It can't control you. So we're in existence. It's like evil exists because there's good. Beauty exists because there is ugliness. Right? It's like, you know, there's gonna be good in the world, but in defiance, there's also gonna be evil. Yeah. But in the same side, you're gonna say there's gonna be evil in the world, but there's gonna be good too. Because it just has to be, otherwise the other can't exist. One side can't exist without the other. You know what I'm trying to say? Of anything, left, right, anything, up, down. This is yin and yang, what yin yang and the philosophers say. So what I'm trying to say is, this is what you really need in your life. About life, I believe. It's not about whatever you subscribe to. Maybe you believe in aliens. Maybe you're a religious person. Maybe you're of any belief. You're an artist. You're a designer. You come from any kind of culture, any kind of walk of life, rich or poor. I don't care who it is, someone who's handicapped, someone who's half cyborg robot. I'm saying, the human part of you, the human of you, that is you, is the human part. That's what I'm saying. Nature is what it is. There's no name you can put to it and design it. You don't say, oh, this is one brand of person, this is the Adidas person, this is the Nike person. Oh yeah, you know, oh, I can't stand them. You know, if someone says, oh, all police officers are pigs, you know, that's the wrong attitude. Not everyone is. You might say you've had a lot of bad run-ins with so many. It's the same as being racially discrimination, isn't it? But a police officer might feel bad, you see. It becomes like another race thing. A police officer or a doctor, or whoever in the profession, they might feel bad. They might feel, God, you know, they say that everybody says, oh, you know, police officers are bad. You know, oh, I don't want to be associated with the police anymore, because they're more afraid of, they're more like offended by that maybe. But if they're more like hurt because they want to be seen as a good person, then that's the first step. That's most important. What you need to do in life is try to be a positive person. That's what you really should be doing, trying to be a positive person and do positive things and create. But if you don't have a calm mind and calmness in yourself, you can never do anything. There's all this advertisement and brainwashing going around you. The world's swirling like a neon goddamn flat screen of, you know what I'm saying? And 1 minute this is okay, 1 minute that's not okay. I watch, you know, robotic toilet gizmo, whatever they're trying to sell you in this day and age. You know what I'm trying to say? You get so damn confused and you lose your mind. People coming up to you, you know, wanting to cause you trouble. People wanting to argue with you, and then you lose your temper, or people just coming up to you saying something from their mind, and immediately you lose your temper with them. And you're like, I'm trying to say, people get angry so easily, and the reason they get angry is not because they want to do someone in, because like, if you're not afraid of something, you wouldn't feel that way. You wouldn't feel hostile if you didn't feel threatened. People feel threatened because, now you should understand that. If you're not accepted by the world, can you survive in the world? This is the bottom line, the question. If you're not, you know, I believe we can, because the whole world is not the same. You might be in one city, and everywhere you go looking for a job, or everywhere you go, every group you try to fit into, everyone's turning you away because they're all brainwashed in this area. You see what I'm saying? Well, different cultures, different countries have different cultures too, don't they? But if you go to another part of the world, like I've come to China, let's say, or you go to another place, you might mix with people differently, or you might find where your arts fit in. You might have been trying to walk a path that everybody's been trying to brainwash you, saying this is the path for you, this is the way for your life, and you've been following your family, trying to tell you this is, you know, you was born to be a carpenter, you was born to be a computer programmer, but it weren't for you. Later on, if you was to, if you might have wasted time. If you will follow your own mind, your own heart, and find your own ability and skill, later on, if you follow your own, use that and be that, you know, who you really are. And later on, you find a lot more, you know, and you'll find a lot. You'll find what your value is and your power really is, and you will find that all that other stuff just didn't matter. It won't be a kind of hateful thing, and you won't see things which are not threats as threats. You won't even give a damn. It's like someone playing tennis. They don't worry when the ball's flying at them. They're not even thinking. It's just a natural movement. They're coming in with it. It's like people jamming with their music. You know, the same thing. They're not really, you know, trying to as such anymore. You see what I'm trying to say? It's like Steven Seagal of Aikido was saying about that trying. Don't always try to do things or force things. It's the wrong way. You have to go in the flow of nature and naturalness. Okay, so it's not natural to think about things outside of it, to try to control the outside. Like, you know what I'm saying? You are not someone else. It's not natural to worry about what someone's thinking about you or what they're saying. It's not natural to be trying to force things like that. It's natural to just live as your biology is. You was born as a human being. So if you get your skin is burned or cut, it will hurt. You see what I'm trying to say? Your mind, you know, you don't have headaches, do you, when you feel calm and you're less stressed, right? You know what I'm trying to say? It's like you try and program a computer, you tell a computer to do too many things. Just a simple instrument that was made by human beings from the human mind into our creation, which has made the world better, like internet and stuff, in terms of communication in a lot of ways at least. But it's also brainwashing people and they're becoming dumbed down. But I'm just saying, you know, if you overload a computer with information, it starts to crash. You know what I'm saying? It starts to slow down and scramble up. So people are the same. Your mind's going 10 to the dozen trying to work it out before you can even get 1% of that information processed. Your head's exploding and you just lash out. Your body just like malfunctions. It's like your body just separated from your mind. Your head is like you're like a dead robot. Your hand just lash out and you punch someone in the face. Next thing you know, you're in prison. Something else that was created by human beings. Do we need prisons? Do we need laws? Do we need death sentences? What do you think about that? If you say like prisons though, do we need laws? Yes, because people will be out on the streets going mad. Okay, but the first most important thing is human beings and their stress problem. You get people that are mentally ill as well and all this and that, like stress problems. It's very easy for me to tell you to live your life like a monk if you really are living in a hard poverty, a place which is like dangerous or people not thinking that way, you know, and there's violence going on and you have to survive and you need to feed your kids, you know, fair enough, you know, I understand that. But ultimately, human beings, this is the ultimate problem. They're not in the flow of nature, and they're rejecting the flow of nature. I don't care who they are. I'm not speaking to you from a religious way. I'm not speaking to you like a religious point of view, you know, religion or spiritual. But whatever way, whatever angle you're coming from, we are human beings living here in this existence in Earth. If we don't have peace and we don't be positive in what we do, then there's nothing for us in this life apart from pain, and maybe you'll live a short life wasted on the latest Justin Bieber, whatever the hell is going to be Adidas, whatever the latest style, fashion, and whatever they believe is the real world. You've got to dress this way, you know, you've got to speak this way, what's acceptable, oh no, that's old, you know, this is the new thing, you know, it's just bullshit. It's just like one moment, in the next blink of an eye, something else is going to be all the rage, and you will be old. What have you lived your life for? You know what I mean? This is the most important. What did you live your life for? And there's two old people in a hospital still sitting there grumpy, half deaf, half baked looking, you know, and they're talking to each other like they don't even understand what life was all about, and they're still arguing there. Sitting there fiddling with a chessboard, still trying to work it out. God, their lives, you know. If anything, these little games like chess or anything we do that's created from the human mind should at least help us to all the practice we should do in our life should remind us that we are human beings and we should get back to real life. And we're not robots with nuts and bolts screwed in your ass. I'm going to stop this here. Thank you very much for watching. See you again soon. Take care now.